Reddit stories.
You're given the option to drop what you have and return to December 31, 2011 as yourself at that age, but with the extra 8 years of experience. Do you take it? Why or why not? That was 6 months before I got seriously injured for the 5th time. I think I'd take it. What was the injury, if I may ask? Asked for help from someone to lift until the 150 pounds bowl of dough onto a table when working a pizza place. Just about hit it onto the table when the other guy lets go and it drags me down, full force into the ground. Pulled a muscle in my upper back and herniated a disc. Took about 7 years to start to feel any better from that, was able to work starting about 3-4 years after the original injury, albeit with serious pain flare-ups. Had bilateral tingling, stinging sensation down both of my arms, and a feeling that could only be described as a flathead screwdriver being driven between my shoulder blades. I am so glad I'm doing better from that now. Though now I have a different herniated disc and have been diagnosed with stenosis, the compounding of which severely limits my mobility. So nothing is perfect, but I've already been through 1 round of chronic pain. What's round 2? At least this feels a little more passively forgiving. The screwdriver pain was enough to induce suicidal idealization. If I could get those 10 years back, I'd treat my body a lot better. I'm so sorry you have had to go through this and still are. How did the other guy react? Why the hell did he let it go early? The other guy asked if I was okay, which I obviously wasn't. Any reasonable person would have called an ambulance, but since the guy I had asked for help was the general manager working for a crook, researched John Sankey, Madison Bay, Rutherford. For more on that, he knew better than to implicate my injury with a medical paper trail. As for why he did this, some things we will never have the answer to. I assume it was an accident. As I said, the employer was a crook who never gave me a cent of compensation. I don't like to think how badly I was wronged. I was young and naive. I'm just happy to be alive and away from that whole situation. I'm really lucky, as someone of less fortunate means in life would have been utterly and completely financially destroyed by what I have gone through. I turned 21 in 2011. You're saying I could redo my 20s, with a 29-year-old brain and experiences? Hell yes I would. I wasted a lot of energy, time, money, my youth being too stupid to move forward. Yeah, I'm 28 and fuck yes I would love another shot at my 20s. Just curious, why would you want to redo your 20s? I'm currently 22 and don't know what the F to do. You just answered your own question. You have to live your 20s to understand the answer. No. I would have 8 years of memories with my husband that he wouldn't have. Plus I'd have to live through him losing his dad again, and that was brutal. But if we could both go back, then yes, absolutely, yes, those were the skinny years I wasted thinking I was fat. Seriously. If I had my looks from back then combined with the confidence I have now, I'd be unstoppable. Fuck me, this is the most depressingly accurate thing I've read in a long time. What's the easiest way to get all of Reddit to hate you, when the hive mind turns against you? Don't stop posting. Keep digging, keep picking fights with everyone in the thread. The hate will wash in torrents. And use as many emojis as possible. I've noticed when your first comment gets downvoted, even if it's just a miscommunication, any follow-up or defense gets the old flaming pitchforks. I use light mode. This is literally my first day on Reddit, and the first thing I did was to change to dark mode. Lol. What's a story you always wanted to tell on this sub, but nobody ever asked the right question? My family was once rescued from a hurricane by a Colombian drug lord. We lived aboard a boat and our engine went out while Wilma was forming around us. We ended up having to do an emergency tack into a hurricane hole that was in his territory. He helped us fix our engine, gave us advice on our next trek so we could avoid waters that were pirate infested, and invited us to his house for dinner. I wish I knew his name because my family would have been in serious danger were it not for his kindness. What would be a great night plan for an introvert with no friends or family around? Construct a mini crane of your own design and slowly lower a Ferrero Rocher into your mouth in unison with the ball drop in NYC. Fucking genius. You could also construct some sort of Rube Goldberg delivery machine if you're more of a mad scientist type. Nice hot bath, comfy clothes, a takeaway, and a bottle of whatever makes you merry. Watch a good film and have a New Year's tidy round will feel good. What is a red flag that someone is immature? When they enjoy insulting, roasting people for laughs, but when someone does it to them, they get genuinely angry. Refuse to do the most simple of things, like passing something over or moving so someone can do something. Always have someone to blame. Won't accept when he or she is wrong. Will need to make a statement explaining why he or she is not wrong. Posts Snapchat, Instagram stories that is a rant against a black screen that says something along the lines of "I see how it really is." Bonus points if they use a distressed bitmoji.